Number 8, staircase wit. Ever had the perfect comeback to an insult 5 hours after the conversation ended? That's a real psychological phenomenon with a ridiculously fancy name. L'esprit de l'escalier, which is French for the spirit of the staircase. It's that moment you're walking away from an argument, feeling deflated, and just as you're halfway down the stairs, your brain serves up the perfect witty remark you should have used. It's basically your brain's social processing speed running on dial-up. While you're in the middle of a live conversation, your mind is juggling 1,000 things: what you're hearing, what you're going to say, and how you look. It's a high-pressure situation, and the brain prioritizes what it thinks is most important, not the devastating one-liner you'll be replaying for the rest of the week. But once you're out of the pressure cooker and walking away, your brain finally has a chance to quietly process everything. It's like you asked your computer to open a massive file, and it finally loads after you've already shut down the program. Your brain's a master of showing up to the party late, but boy, does it have a great story to tell. Number 7, phantom vibration. That weird little jolt in your pocket, the one that feels exactly like your phone is vibrating, you pull it out and the screen is blank. Welcome to phantom vibration syndrome, one of the most common and bizarre brain glitches of the digital age. This isn't just a random feeling. It's proof that your brain has been rewired by your phone. Scientists think it happens because your brain is so conditioned to anticipate a vibration that it misinterprets other unrelated sensations. A twitch in your muscle, the fabric of your pants brushing against your leg, a slight shift in your posture. Your brain takes that tiny bit of sensory information and immediately tags it as a phone call. It's like your mind has an over-caffeinated intern whose only job is to watch for notifications. And they're so jumpy, they start seeing ghosts. This phantom feeling is a perfect example of what can happen when our technology becomes a permanent part of our bodies. Your brain is so desperately waiting for a little hit of dopamine from a text message that it's willing to make up a lie just to feel something. Number 6, the imposter. Imagine looking at your mom, someone you've known your entire life, and knowing deep in your gut that she's not your mom, that she's an imposter. Welcome to Capgras delusion, a rare and absolutely horrifying brain glitch where you believe a loved one has been replaced by an identical fake. It's a complete disconnection between facial recognition and emotional memory. Your brain has 2 pathways for processing faces. One pathway identifies the face and says, "Yep, that's your mom." The other pathway connects that visual information to your emotional memory, so you get all the warm, fuzzy feelings of familiarity. With Capgras, the first pathway works perfectly fine, but the second one is broken, so your brain is seeing your mom's face, but it's not getting any of the familiar emotional cues. To make sense of this profound feeling of wrongness, it comes to the only logical conclusion: that person isn't who they say they are. It's a terrifying, intimate betrayal from your own mind, turning your most cherished relationships into a paranoid nightmare. Basically, your brain is a faulty security system that recognizes a face but refuses to let the person in, choosing instead to believe a doppelganger is standing in your kitchen asking if you want a cookie. Number 5, the Tetris brain. Ever played a video game for so long that you start seeing the pieces when you close your eyes? Or maybe you've worked a long shift at a grocery store and started mentally stacking cans on the shelves in your head as you fall asleep. That's called the Tetris effect, and it's proof that your brain is easily obsessed. This isn't just a random image. It's a genuine brain glitch where your mind can't stop processing repetitive information, even after the stimulus is gone. It happens most often with visual spatial tasks like Tetris, Jenga, or even sorting clothes. Your brain's visual and procedural memory systems get so activated that they keep running in the background, like a song you can't get out of your head. It's the ultimate brain burnout, where your subconscious starts replaying the last thing you did on an endless loop. It shows just how easily our minds can get stuck in a mental rut, replaying the same mundane, repetitive actions over and over again until your brain is basically a DJ who can't stop playing the same song on repeat. Number 4. The wrong memory. Remember the Monopoly man with his monocle? The one he never actually had? Or the Berenstain Bears, spelled with an A, not an E? That's the Mandela effect, a global scale brain glitch where a large group of people collectively misremember the same fact or event. It's not just a personal memory error, it's a shared hallucination. People used to think this was proof of parallel universes bleeding into our own, but the truth is a little less exciting and a lot more disturbing about your brain. The Mandela effect is likely a combination of confabulation, the brain's tendency to fill in memory gaps with made-up information, and social suggestion. When enough people say they remember something a certain way, your brain just goes with it. It's a collective hallucination created by the hive mind, proving that your memory is far less reliable than you think. Basically, we're all just a bunch of brainless sheep following a false memory into a field of lies. Number 3. Faces in everything. Ever looked at a power outlet and seen a face? Or the front of a car? Or a burnt piece of toast? That's face pareidolia, your brain's weird habit of seeing faces in everyday, inanimate objects. You might think you're going crazy, but you're actually just experiencing a very normal and very ancient brain glitch. As humans, we're hardwired to recognize faces. Back in the day, spotting a face in the bushes was a critical survival skill. It could mean the difference between seeing a friend or a predator. So our brains developed an ultra-sensitive face recognition system. The problem is, this system is a little bit overenthusiastic. It sees a couple of dots and a line, and it immediately screams, "Hey, a face!" This glitch is so common that it's why we see religious figures in pieces of toast and why the moon has a man on it. Your brain is just so excited to see a face that it's willing to make one up out of a couple of shadows and a smudge. Number 2, the empty pain. There's something scarier than a real pain, and that's feeling excruciating pain in a body part that no longer exists. This is a real condition called phantom limb pain, and it's proof that your brain is just as stubborn as you are. For people who have had a limb amputated, the brain continues to receive signals from the nerve endings that used to connect to that limb. Instead of just accepting that the arm or leg is gone, the brain interprets the lack of a signal as a serious error, and it freaks out. It responds by sending out a powerful pain signal, as if to yell, "Something is very wrong here." Basically, your brain is a lost GPS driver who still thinks a road exists even after it's been paved over. It just keeps trying to find it, and when it can't, it starts throwing a tantrum. Phantom limb pain is haunting proof that your brain cannot accept loss, and it would rather create a meaningless pain than come to terms with the truth. Number 1, the ultimate hack. What if I told you that your brain could heal your body just by believing in a lie? This is the placebo effect, and it's the ultimate brain hack. This phenomenon happens when a person is given a fake treatment, like a sugar pill, but feels their symptoms improve just because they believe it's real medicine. Scientifically, it's not all in your head. Your brain is actually doing something. When you believe you're being treated, your brain releases its own natural painkillers and feel-good chemicals like endorphins, which can physically alleviate your symptoms and even speed up recovery. It's a complete betrayal of logic, but it proves that your brain is an internal chemist, capable of producing its own drugs just based on the power of belief. It's the most powerful and arguably the strangest glitch of all, and it proves that sometimes the only thing you need to heal is a little self-deception from your own mind.